Ali, let's just start with you. Xhaka thinks that could have been a penalty. Your thoughts?
With the new rules, yes.
Oh.
With all the rules, no. It's simple.
Let's go to someone who never played for Juventus, Jurgen Klinsmann. Is that a penalty or no?
Well, I mean, you can give absolutely a penalty for that incident. Even if he kind of looks for it and he kind of tangles himself into the body from the opponent, I have no problems if it's a penalty.
Gabby kicked him on the floor.
I mean, look, the fact that intent doesn't come into it, right? If you're being clumsy, it's not an excuse. For me, it's not a penalty, but I think what was surprising was that, I think it is something that you take a long, hard look at VAR. Instead, the referee, Abiso, seemed like he made his mind up straight away. You can also make the point to Chiesa, says like, hey, young man, next time, instead of looking for the penalty every time, why don't you put the ball into the box and try to score? And I think that's something that, that's an area where maybe he can improve in.
Right then, let's get down to the bones of it then, Ali. What's wrong with Juventus at the moment?
Well, apparently a lot of things is wrong. What happened today, the mistake by Arthur is not what you need to be focused on, but it's a fact. Like it's a fact that it happened in the Champions League with Bentancur against Porto. So this lack of I don't know how to call them. I mean, the concentration, lucidity, clear in your mind what you have to do, how you have to deal with kind of stuff. It's worrying, and the result is worrying. I spoke a lot about unity, right? About Napoli or Roma, and you will hear me a lot talking about that, because in order to win, you need to have something more than the other ones. And because when you build a team, and Jurgen maybe knows better than me, you need to have a lot of different situations, players, club, coaching, conditioner, talent, a mix of everything. You need to put all together in the same time. That's where you come unity. Also, something that came in your mind. What happened in Juve now is a lot of confusion, and it doesn't look, when you see them play, they doesn't look together in what they're doing. And everybody are putting a maximum effort, because this is what Juve push you to do it, but with a lot of disconnection. And you can't lose a game like today. Playing, we saw highlights, but the game was very poor. And Benevento didn't win from 3 months, never win outside home. They already drew in Benevento home. So it's kind of, I want to use the weird word, but it's something more, unfortunately, for Juve.
So there's a lot of people that have got different opinions, Ali, about what's going wrong. So let's address some of them. Antonio Cassano coming out, of course, last week and saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is fundamentally the problem.
No, Cristiano Ronaldo, you can't see Cristiano Ronaldo as a problem. You embrace him 3 years ago, so you go with him. He's one of probably the best player in the world with Messi, and a couple of more guys that are doing quite well now, Mbappe and Haaland, for example, or Neymar. But is a great guy. He's a guy that scores every game. This is why they brought Ronaldo, to scoring every game, to bring them to the Champions League. Unfortunately, the Champions League is the situation where Juve is the roast, actually. They came out in the quarterfinals once, and the round of 16 the other 2 years. So it's very poor result in that. But you need to build a team for him. So that's one of the keys. Juve is winning for 9 years in a row. It's also to keep that level of concentration and energy on top. It's very, very tough. And besides of that, is new challenge on the bench, because what happened the past 3 years, you went from Allegri, you changed completely idea of football with Sarri, 1 year, and then again you change again with a guy that is an amazing guy, is my teammates, and I love him, of course, but it's a new on the job. So with other challenges, Okay, that this club is very strong, but all this stuff together at this moment doesn't work that well. And they need to watch also, in terms of the race for the Serie A title, because they have to keep going, but they need to watch also to have a look what happened behind them, because Atalanta now, without the Champions League, we run very, very fast. So they left one spot for the Champions League for next year. That will be a game changer for the club if it doesn't happen.
And then, Ali, of course, you have critics of Pirlo as saying, well, here's someone they brought in who's got no experience of coaching, and clearly he's out of his depth. If it wasn't for his name and his connection with the club, he would be sacked.
Well, Juve decide to move with Pirlo this summer for a project. And we see a lot of projects keep going after unsuccessful seasons. And we see also a lot of projects cut as soon as one problem came up, one big problem came up. What happened with him, they are giving him a lot of support because they ask him to do a work that is not, all of a sudden, from nothing to head coach. So you need a lot of support in that. So what is going on now is a fully support what's happened with him and also for the next year. But again, I think a big reflection we will have when we see if they get on the Champions League spot or not.
Jurgen, this is something we've discussed before, and I know something that you've been steadfast in saying that he does need time.
Absolutely, Andrea Pirlo needs time. And I think it's really, really important when, especially when things go a little bit wrong, and obviously losing in the round of 16 in the Champions League is it's a huge bummer for a club like Juventus. There's no doubt about it. Now being a bit too far away from Inter in the championship itself, Serie A, is a problem. But he won a Supercoppa already, and he's in the final of the Coppa Italia. So theoretically or practically, he could win 2 trophies this year for Juventus. No? And it's his year number 1 as an inexperienced head coach, and every day he will learn. Every day he makes new experiences. He learns about leadership. He learns about connectivity to the directors of the club, the media work. How do I run my medical stuff? How do I run the marketing side? How does that function? There's so many elements that surround the manager today that it's a huge learning curve. And I'm sure that he's going to learn all those individual pieces, and they have to back him. I mean, they went the direction. His overall idea to make Juventus more attractive, to play more attacking style football, high pressure game down the road, with one piece added to another. It takes time. It will take time. So I hope really that they stick with him and he gets the chance to prove that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.